be doing this. I do love, because I do have to mention IDubbbz, because he's probably in the title and thumbnail. I do love how IDubbbz kind of just, abandoned Creator Clash, and
right off the money, right as I just got off of saying that. Because, yeah, it's true. It's true. Him and Yoko tried to sneak their way right out of that boy with 34%. No. Again, like Ian was saying in the concern trolling vid and all that, John, that he was too vague. He was showing the Reddit post and all that, boy. And then how he was talking about how the event he was going in, he wasn't so confident, knew this boy was about to fail. Like, nah, bruv. Nah. This boy going on your name, it forever will be, bruh. You put the stigma on it, tainted it. You made your bed. You're about to lay in it. And that's stamped. Y'all already know what it is, baby. I ain't gonna lie. Creator Clash, I ain't gonna hold you. Things have been not looking too sweet. Of course, we all know. Especially with CC3. Apparently, there has been some more info that has come out about that boy going on with some heads, with the card, you know what I'm saying? Some fighters on the jaw leaving, some heads joining, all that different type of works. But y'all already know. We ain't around here to waste no more time, baby. Trilly talks everything. Trilly does indeed yap everything every single time. You know how that goes. Let's see what's going on with Creator Clash this time. Y'all already know. Shout out to one of the slops. The good slop too, best. Slopping mule. I already know. Shit of love. Well, shit of love especially, you know what I'm saying? He was covering the Skeppy Jones. We had to watch his vids. Really good Jones. We got IDubbbz and Creator Clash situation. Just got even worse. Of course, you guys want to watch the OG video? Down in the description. First link. Shirt of love with Slopping Mule. And let's see what's going on with this boy, because I'm already knowing. It's not going to be positive.
How's your boxing going?
Tubbo.
Ladies and gentlemen, Slop Mule viewers, I hope you're having a good day, because I'm certainly not. I was struggling to find some slop to talk about for today's video, but thankfully there's been a build-up of Creator Clash 3 stuff to dive into, which I'm actually pretty excited about, because it features one of our favourite content creators, Tubbo. Before we get into
Context wagon chat. Yo, shout out Pope Diorio, because that's the John I would say, yo, Pope Diorio, he had seen the clip of Tubbo or whatever, and when Tubbo was talking about the whole, you know what I'm saying, obviously situation and dramas going on within the peak of it happening with Creator Clash, and he was like, yo, chat, I need a context wagon. That got me crying. And Pope Diorio started saying that shit, bro. Now I'm saying it. Skinwalker, Glazer. I'm sorry. That shit is just funny as hell, though.
So there's a couple of updates for Creator Clash itself. Firstly, they still haven't actually updated the website to remove Myth. Now, if you don't know, Myth...
Oh, yeah, nah, Myth dropped. Yeah, nah, Myth definitely dropped, because what's the name? I had seen a clip the other day. But, yeah, I'll probably handle that up. But I ain't gonna hold you. If it's the same thing, like, with what's her name? The Sweet Peaches or Peach Jars or whatever, it's like, I go get ya, man. I don't know about this, John. I wouldn't be one to stay on this boy. But, hey.
Has actually stepped back from fighting in Creator Clash 3.
How is training for Creator Clash going? I guess I should also just come out and talk about that real quick while we're getting today started. I will no longer be participating in Creator Clash.
To be very much...
Yeah, again, don't blame you, bruv. I'm not gonna lie. The stigma around this event, very terrible. Again, what Yoko and IDubbbz did to this boy, and the rep that they done tainted this boy with, yeah, it just, I don't honestly see a benefit. I ain't gonna lie. Like, there's still some heads like Dad or whatever that's still doing this, John. But, yo, Dad been in this boy almost since the very beginning or whatever. So it's like, it's cool or whatever, right? But even to that, it's just like, no, I better yet, even to that with Dad, he's still going through complications, because apparently they were saying, like, yo, he was saying he got the money up front, but there was still some Johns going on with his purse. That's a whole nother thing in itself. But yeah, with this John, it's just like, yo, especially now, Big 25, like, today, yeah, joining Creator Clash, I just don't see where the benefits are at. I'm not gonna lie, but
feels like the people behind Creator Clash 3 are kind of giving up. There's really been no new promotion, and of course I know this event is in October, but with all the controversy and drama around it, you would really want to think that over the next few months leading up to the event, they'd really want to push some promotion, be retweeting, reposting stuff, really getting maybe some new artwork going, getting some exciting new stuff out there and promoting their event, because
but I'm like, yo, it's already been a history, because you already know how IDubbbz was with it. Too vague, all this type of John, bro. He's not very communicative. didn't post or didn't even try to promote this event at all, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't even telling fighters to post, like, yeah, at least until the content cop was about to come out. Boy, dumbass.
At the moment, it is doomed to fail. It will 100% fail if they continue on this trajectory of, not promoting this event, trying to save whatever little reputation it has left with the online spurgs. For me, I think it's insane that you wouldn't have a level of transparency there, especially after the big controversy with a lack of transparency.
Directly, I ain't gonna lie. Again, remember, IDubbbz, the Reddit post, he gets on a concern trolling video. Whoa, y'all, the 34%, we were taking that boy, but don't worry, you just had to trust and believe us, and I know y'all won't believe us. Yeah, no dip, Sherlock. Yeah, I know y'all won't believe us, but we were gonna take our part of profits and donate it to charity. And he would try to use a plausible deniability, because even in that Reddit post, he said, yeah, the business and management, or however they were running the event in CC3 was different from the 1 and 2, but all my responses to that, how about we just make sure the money in general goes to charity? Because remember, this is a charity boxing event.
Removing somebody like Myth off your website when trying to promote a brand new boxing event that has been shrouded in controversy and lack of transparency is just insane to me. And I do think the lack of promotion, the fact they haven't even bothered to update it, and it being several weeks since that announcement had been made from Myth, just kind of shows their attitude going into this boxing event. They don't really care whatsoever. They're kind of doing it to try and honor this event, trying to just, throw something last minute, but I genuinely do believe at this point this event will 100% be cancelled, but not only because of this, but also this.
I was saying that, John, when like initially the Jones was going on for CC3, and like to start with that, like, bro, especially after when Mike and Kate came on this boy, oh nah, it was cookies. Like, bro, this event need to be postponed, deaded. Like, it's done. It's already bad enough again because of the stigma, but like, yo, heads on the card are dropping like flies. I mean, yeah, they were able to add someone new, that being Peach Jars or whatever, but like, how much is that helping in the grand scheme?
Creator Clash still isn't listed on the Hollywood
there you go. Yeah, Peach Jars.
Palladium website. It might be getting cancelled soon. With an attached tweet reading, I've been really enjoying boxing these past 2 months. So happy I finally get to talk about it with you all. Surely nothing bad is going to happen. Can't wait. And again, there's been very little updates, no brand new announcements. They haven't really been rolling out anything on their page whatsoever. I'm not really expecting them to be announcing brand new fighters or anything like that, but there has just been basically nothing. It's been very minimal, no transparency, no communication.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, well, I mean, they technically are unveiling new fighters because apparently Peach Jars are joining. But then again, she posted that John on her own thing. Like, I don't think the Creator Clash account posted that, right?
And I think that's really telling. After Creator Clash battling with the lack of communication and the lack of transparency, you'd really be thinking that that's something they'd be trying to combat. The person that Beazle actually quote tweeted is somebody who's meant to be fighting on Creator Clash 3, a brand new opponent who's meant to be entering the card, who actually hyped this event up by making a 3-minute promotional video for their fight.
Oh yeah, this job. Yo, they try to have me die because I'm just like, man, we got all the choices, bro. We could join FaZe, OCJ, you know what I'm saying? The other org, I'm like, nah. Creator Clash 3 though. Yeah, I'ma go with no. But what can you do? Hey, if this is what Huns wants to do, that's what she about to do.
You know what you have to do.
Look, I'm just gonna say, whilst I respect somebody for actually wanting to box, someone entering the ring, that is a huge dedication to be making, I do think by this point, entering on Creator Clash 3, after all the controversy of Creator Clash 2,
that's a no-no. That's a no-no. I'm telling you, that's just tanking your rep.
after all the controversy that Creator Clash 3 has found itself in and is still in, I think joining the card is a death sentence. Very much excuse the people that went on to Creator Clash 3 but after Creator Clash 2 and when it wasn't wrapped up in so much controversy, especially veterans like Dad, who genuinely,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. We talk about that, like, yeah,
just want to make some money for charity, really put on a good event for the audience and help a charity out. I genuinely do respect that. But
well, that's what most of the heads, like, you know what I'm saying, especially like the fighters, thought the intentions were. They thought this boy was a charity boxing event. Turns out a certain, again, succubus and her little bitch, turns out they weren't really feeling that. I don't know if it was really about charity. Maybe for the clout. Maybe to suck a certain nigga's dick. Nah, but for real though, yeah, charity boxing event, please don't make me laugh. 34% out of the CC3, John. If this is a charity boxing event, fuck you need a profit share for it. Nah. I mean, I ain't be that guy, because then Hedge would be like, well, what? Like, yo, they gotta make some money from this shit. Alright, then don't label it a charity event.
I think joining an event like Creator Clash 3 in its current state after all the controversy over Creator Clash, I think it's just a bit of a ridiculous idea. It's very clear this content creator is passionate about this. They've gone so far to make like a promotional video shilling the fact they're going to be fighting on this event.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all, I've seen heads make like trailers in John before, and that John is cool. Like, I don't know if y'all ever seen like the Erase trailer when he was going on Kick. Like, yo, that type of John is fire beast. It's just like a really cool trailer, cinematic trailer to join Creator Clash. I would have saved the edits for something else.
That's more care and more effort that they've put in here than Creator Clash has done over the past several months in trying to hype up their event. So, you know, I do definitely respect
That's more like ever, bro. Again, promotion for these events.
that. If I had to guess anybody that Peach Jars would be fighting, of course, it would be the only woman on the card that doesn't
Oh yeah, like Funky Frog Bait, because yeah, there's pretty much no one else, because I know Lena ain't not on this shit.
have a fighter there, and that is Funky Frogbait. Yeah, there's one thing about this, of course, the graphic there hasn't been updated to where the current event would actually be held in October, and Nicholas Diorio and a couple of other people actually asked them why this is.
Yeah, that was a main junk, because it said it's still in the Emily Arena in Tampa. I'm like, yo, this junk at the Hollywood Palladium, at least to our knowledge, at least Creator Clash put that out, so what's going on here?
Been a change of schedule that they haven't updated, lack of transparency striking again, and no, this is just a case of the editor and them being kind of lazy. Look, I'm glad they clarified that pretty sharpish and made, you know, a post just clear.
But then that just goes back to what I was saying in the John, like, yo, this event really is cooked then, because again, like, if Creator Clash Real Good Touring has like the what's the name is running this boy now, they're a production company, you couldn't make her a new graphic that says the right place, like yeah, y'all want bulls to show up in Florida still. This boy is in Hollywood, bro. They literally across the country. Like, bro, what are we... Hey, man, again, it's not my event. I know whose event it was. That's probably why it's still shit.
Clearing that up. But as well, what I do want to say, right, is this is a brand new announcement. This is a fighter announcement, and Creator Clash 3, the actual official account, didn't bother reposting. Hasn't announced it whatsoever.
And that's what I was asking earlier. So yeah, they didn't officially like post. Oh yeah, Peach Jars is joining the card. Okay.
Updated the website saying that's something that's going to be happening, and then pair that alongside Peach Jar's other tweet about, you know, nothing could possibly go wrong. I think certain stuff is definitely up in the air at this point. Why wouldn't you want to promote a brand new
I absolutely think things can go wrong.
fighter that
They already have.
coming onto your event after, you know, all the controversy? It would show that, yeah, there is something going on behind the scenes. This
Yeah, like even more to that, it's like, yeah, Peach Jars, huh? And you joining the card. That already shows it was a problem, because wasn't the card filled out to begin with?
event is moving forward, something is genuinely happening, but instead this doesn't fill me with confidence. This fills me with genuine
I'm about to say, what about this does? Or would?
fear that I genuinely believe that this event has probably been cancelled and probably will be announced to be cancelled soon, because it just seems like a very bizarre move not to be promoting and retweeting and talking about a brand new fighter you've signed onto your event post controversy.
And that's why I'm saying it's weird that they didn't post her, because it's like, yo, okay, if they are actually filling out the card and like, yeah, this event really is about to be something that did get postponed and is actually going down. It was just delayed. It wasn't like fully just cooked. I mean, I said postponed. Fuck. Let's correct ourselves. If this was some John that was just actually postponed and not and significantly just post, like, oh my god, I'm still fucking it up. Are y'all seeing this? This is exactly why I truly can't grammar. If Peach Jars is joining the card to show that obviously the event is still going on and did not get postponed, just delayed, then yeah, it would be in their best interest to post that a new fighter is on the card. Because obviously that would show people who are still magically somehow invested into this event, yo man, they actually still do care. They're getting some more people to fill out the card. Like, yo, y'all should be hyped about this. Nah. Moving on. Like, bro.
It's this deleted post that Peach Jars posted. Now, from the reply to this post, it's definitely about boxing of some type, and then the tweet followed up about this is, you know, surely nothing could go wrong. So it does feel like, to a certain extent, either
Yeah, it's weird to like insinuate that something bad could happen. I don't know.
for Peach Jars separately or just as a whole, something has gone wrong. For that as well, they spoke about making an updated visual to announce their fight opponent, which hasn't come out at the time of recording, and it doesn't seem like it's coming out. So I do think there might have been something that's happened here. Of course, I'm gonna wait and
Do y'all think this shit was a troll? It might have been a troll.
See if something does come out, and if it does, I will post it on my community tab when that does happen. But I do feel like there's lots of issues behind the scenes, because at the moment, you know, Creator Clash, you would expect them to be promoting this fight, you'd expect them to...
I'm like, yo, issues behind the scenes. I could have been told you that. I'm sure it's chaos. Again, after they done cooked up the books for the past, like, what's the name? Well, not past 2. CC1 did raise 1.3 million for charity. But after they cooked up the books for 2, bro, and then all the controversy and stigma leading into 3, oh yeah, nah, bro. Oh, this shit definitely a struggle. And then, what's the name? Again, like we discussed earlier, Yoko and IDubbbz pussyfooting out of this boy. Oh yeah, nah, it's like hell on earth in that shit.
To be doing this. I do love, because I do have to mention IDubbbz, because he's probably in the title and thumbnail. I do love how IDubbbz kind of just, you know, abandoned Creator Clash, and
Right off the money, right as I just got off of saying that. Because, yeah, it's true. It's true. Him and Yoko tried to sneak their way right out of that boy with 34%. No. Again, like Ian was saying in the concern trolling vid and all that, John, that he was too vague. He was showing the Reddit post and all that, boy. And then how he was talking about how the event he was going in, he wasn't so confident, knew this boy was about to fail. Like, nah, bruv. Nah. This boy going on your name, it forever will be, bruh. You put the stigma on it, tainted it. You made your bed. You're about to lay in it. That's stamped. Yeah, nah. IDubbbz thought he was walking away from this boy. And Yoko, we know what you did.
and has left it to fight for itself, and it just hasn't done anything, it hasn't benefited it whatsoever, because Creator Clash is still struggling, it's still in controversy, it's still under fire, they're still making bad decisions even without IDubbbz there. IDubbbz and Anissa just ended up royally screwing over their own event that, in their own words, they knew couldn't make money back, and was...
Which is, again, and that's what I was talking about from the concern trolling vid. Ian talk about you not so confident in the event. Nigga, what?
Probably going to be too successful. All I'm going to say is I think it'd be a very interesting next couple of weeks to see where Creator Clash stands, what updates and announcements will be coming out about Creator Clash, because at the moment, from an outsider's perspective, it doesn't look too good, and I would like a bit of clarification.
It hasn't looked good since 1, and how long ago was that shit? Back in like, what, 22, 23?
From one of the fighters, somebody that works at Creator Clash, to see what's genuinely going on, because again, transparency and clarification are just clearly lacking. But another thing that fills me with doubt is the state of Tubbo's fight and what Tubbo has to be saying about Creator Clash and how his boxing training is going.
How's your boxing going? Wait, when's that happened? You struck a nerve right now, but I can't tell you why.
That doesn't fill me with confidence.
Oh yeah, nah, he's done. He's done. I was like, oh yeah, that just means, okay, we'll be seeing him leave the card soon. That's all that means to me.
So you've struck a nerve.
You struck a, where I was about to repeat that shit too, like you struck a nerve. Oh yeah, nah, he's done. He's quitting.
But he can't say why. That tells me that something's gone wrong with Creator Clash.
Yeah,
something that he can't say. Maybe they've got to announce that, yeah, we're actually cancelling this event. Something's happened that maybe other people don't know. Maybe a lack of communication. Yet again, issues behind the scenes. Something like that. That's what that tells me. Because if he can't say it because it struck a nerve with him and, you know, he's not allowed to say yet, I'm assuming it's all issues that are happening behind the scenes.
I'm about to say, it can't be because he can't say some shit. It's not like they're under NDAs, because again, if that was the case, oh boy, I know two certain dumbasses who own this shit that should have damn near had an NDA themselves.
With Creator Clash, which I'll be very interested to see what
actually... Actually, funny enough to that, because they were saying stuff that obviously make them look bad and obviously putting out like 34%, but kind of take it back, because again, Ian being too vague, not trying to communicate. If anything, these motherfuckers were just rats, but we already knew that.
Actually those are and what happens. One of the reasons I'm putting my conspiracy hat on and talking about a possible cancellation is another clip that came directly from Tubbo from one of his latest streams, and it's this clip.
Self-report, this guy does not eat fibre. When was the last time you had a banana?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I used to have one every day for breakfast.
What happened?
I stopped going to boxing.
Of course, you're not going to stop training for a boxing event when it is months away. This is where you're going to really push for it. But of course, as well, people were training and were pushing for the original fight day. So since that's been cancelled, you know, people are going to stop boxing. Some people are going to take it less seriously because what...
Yeah, some heads, like, they're going to ease off their training because obviously, like, yo, it's scheduled for October now. That's like, what, 3 months from now? Yeah, like... And then once you do that, you start getting like taking breaks or whatever, you space out your training, like, bro, you're gonna become inconsistent. Niggas gonna leave, bro. Trust.
What is the point? There's a possibility it could be cancelled. They have no idea. There's a lack of transparency and communication. You've already been training for a fight date that's been and gone because the event didn't end up actually happening. So some people are going to stop boxing naturally as well. But if you are still fighting on this event and you still genuinely are taking it seriously, you wouldn't stop boxing a few months before the events happen. So this genuinely has me a bit concerned if the event's being cancelled or not.
Oh, no. Dude, I'm no longer on my health grind, bro. Dude. It should take 5 to 10 minutes.
Again, like I said, I'd be very interested to see what announcements and what updates are coming from Creator Clash over the next couple of weeks or even the next month or so, because I
generally, like, what I'm just curious on is just like, did like they changed the arena? Like, obviously they hopefully got their deposit back. I freaking doubt it for like the Tampa John, but like obviously the venue is different now, has more capacity, a more reasonable capacity for, you know, the amount of heads that again might show up, because this is where all the nuances and what confusing me. Like, I just don't understand why even keep this boy going. I feel like Yoko and IDubbbz just fucked it up like completely backwards, bro, to where like it legitimately is just not fixable. There's no way to like put this event in a good light, especially after everything that's come out. Like, it's just, I think you should just let it go.
I genuinely think that something has happened behind the scenes, and I think there are so many indicators pointing towards that type of conclusion, so I'll be very interested to see what's happening. If I am wrong, I will of course put my hands up and say that my conspiracies, my theories about this were wrong, but regardless of that, it doesn't look good. There is one more thing I want to cover, and that is IDubbbz, a former fighter or
IDubbbz was not one of the heads, yep.
person that was going to be fighting on this event and going against Harley, has actually kind of done a quick snipe at IDubbbz and Anissa.
I've been training to prepare myself in 145 days to get into a boxing ring and actually fight somebody in a sanctioned boxing event. But due to unforeseen bullshit,
approved.
The event has been postponed to October. And as you know what, with Creator Clash 3, there's a lot of red flags.
A fuckload of them. And them shits are bright. You could see them.
Now associated with that event.
Yo, is that Pope Diorio's thumbnail? Oh snap. Like, yeah, nah. Heads have been talking about this.
Fortunately, I've decided to step away, and that's where my boxing career ends.
Again.
What was crazy about the Lord with Creator Clash with IDubbbz too is like, yo, for training and all that, he was taking away time from, like, you know, say his wife and kid and all that type of John, just for Yoko and IDubbbz to be on this type of bullshit, bro, to where he wasted his time. That's fucked up.
Like he said, they're unforeseen bullshit, and that all comes down to IDubbbz and him just dropping the
Nah, don't forget Yoko. We can't blame Yoko for everything, but her ass is definitely a part of this shit. IDubbbz and Yoko.
History content cop before Creator Clash. Again, he could have dropped it afterwards. It's a point I will always be hammering home. It's a point I will always bring up.
Oh yeah, this is something everyone's been saying for a minute. Like, listen, again, Ian, if you want to optically destroy your fucking career by making a content cop that didn't need to exist on, like, you know what I'm saying, Ethan and H3, hey man, by all means, go fuck it up if you want to. I mean, Yoko's been fucking up your life for a minute now. It's like, yeah, sure, dog, do that. Can you do it before your charity boxing event? Nope. Because funny enough, Dad was saying, hey, Anissa was so adamant to get this boy out. How'd that work out for them? Anyway.
When I can bring it up, because it is such a vital point to this story. It's such a big part of it, and why everything has gone so badly wrong. There was always going to be controversy around Creator Clash 3, especially after Creator Clash 2, absolutely. And of course with Ethan Klein.
Any event thrown by them after CC2 immediately is gonna have controversy. What? A charity boxing event that lost $250,000. Actually, they didn't even lose. They started off negative 500K in the red. They just moved up to being a negative 250K in the red. They never got a positive. Any profits they made from this shit went directly into the rev, went directly into the expenses, which didn't clear anything out or break even. Like, bro.
Line and stuff. There was always going to be a little bit of controversy around this event, of course, but it would have genuinely not been as bad if IDubbbz had just genuinely waited a couple of months after Creator Clash 3, just maybe even a day after Creator Clash 3, to post that H3 content cop. Instead, he was incredibly selfish and decided to post it right before Creator Clash
Him and Yoko decided to post it.
3, absolutely nuking the event and destroying everything around it. I'll always say it is IDubbbz's fault that this event
IDubbbz and Yoko's fault.
has gone the way it's gone, and I feel genuinely bad for the fighters who just wanted to raise a bit of money for charity, who genuinely just wanted to put on an entertaining show, and unfortunately IDubbbz limited that. And I mean, to be honest, he went into this knowing that, you know, probably wouldn't make a lot of money back, probably wasn't gonna...
Yeah, because he directly said that shit. I'm not gonna lie, again, the concern trolling video, he blatantly on his boy, yeah, we weren't certain if the event was gonna be as successful as the other, like, my nigga, what do you mean, bruh? You're the owner of this event. You're the owner of this event. You should be confident that this shit gonna do well every time. But we all know the reason you're not. You fucked it up. You and fucking Yoko.
Gonna do very well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've got to say I'm incredibly excited to see what happens with Creator Clash 3 over the next coming months, what happens with IDubbbz and updates from Anissa over the next coming months to do with Creator Clash.
Oh, you know we'll be getting updates from her.
And any drama they find themselves in. I hope you did enjoy today's Stop Your video, and please feel free to comment down below your thoughts. Once you're done there, you might as well subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming slop. I'm glad, and I hope you did enjoy today's video, as there really isn't too much slop or too many topics right now to go over, as we're kind of in a limbo period waiting for some topics to keep going, some updates.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a dry spell, you know what I'm saying, this past week, but you know, the slops do be slopping. You know the daily slop's gonna be there because of a certain individual.
Certain topics. So yeah, I do hope you kind of enjoyed this more filler relaxed video on IDubbbz and Creator Clash. But like I said, I've been your host Samuel, and I will catch you in the next video. Goodbye.
You already know, gang. Shut up, sloppy mule. We got IDubbbz and Creator Clash 3 situation just got even worse. Of course, if you guys would like to watch the OG video, share and show the love to Sloppy Mule. Down in the description, first link, and share the love just like I was saying, baby, every time. But yeah, final opinions and conjecture, not surprising the state of this event. Not at all. Again, after the whole situation in which, like, you know, we already knew that heads was dropping from the card and that this jump was just being delayed in the first place, that's when it should have just been over. Like, this event, in no way is this boy gonna be successful ever again. I'm sorry, bro. That's the fault of the Yoko and IDubbbz taint. This shit is fucked. I'm not gonna hold you. Also, the 200K or whatever that's in the Tiltify, yeah, I do need to get that off. That shit was not raised by any of these niggas. That shit wasn't even raised by Hassan. That shit was raised by Content Nuke Hassan Piker that came from Ethan Klein. So, yeah. Those niggas didn't get bailed out. Don't let Ian try to tell you in a concern trolling video that, well, we still raised more than the last event. So, actually, that's a win. It's not a win. You didn't raise shit. Stop fucking lying to niggas. Anyway, bro, shout out Sloppy Mule. Because I'm on a sidebar dissing. I don't give a fuck. But these niggas deserve that criticism. Anyway, share the love with Sloppy Mule. And I'm finna catch y'all on the flip, baby. Peace.
Thank you.